Hello everyone, welcome to episode 65 of this awesome, amazing Osu Let's Play series. In the last episode, I talked about derusting and what that means and how you can derust properly, things like that. And in this episode, I want to talk about slider aim. So I did a sort of similar episode in the past, episode 19, where I talked about tech maps, and I did mention slider aim a little bit, but I do want to give it its own episode here. So I do have a couple maps picked out, but before I get into that, as usual, I'd like to shout out that I live stream every single day over at twitch.tv, so that will be linked in the description. But if you want to hang out with me or watch me play this game live, ask me questions, anything like that, please stop by, say hello. And bonus points also, if you tell me that you came from this Let's Play series, I will be very happy to see you there. So one other video that I want to shout out is the fabled Osu PhD, where there is actually an entire section on slider aim. So I am going to bring up a couple unique points in this episode, particularly about reading sliders and how that can affect your aim. But yes, please check out that video first if you have not seen it already. I would highly recommend it. If you're watching episode 65, honestly, you should have probably seen that video by now. But anyway, let's see. So I am going to spend the first bit of the episode summarizing it though, just as a brief, just to catch everyone up to speed. I'll tell you like, I already watched that episode, or the video, Osu PhD, but I saw it like, I don't know, 6 months ago. So yeah, anyway, so slider aim characterized, okay, so sliders themselves are characterized by three separate sections, three parts of a slider. There's the slider head, which are the actual circles that I am clicking on here. And then there's the slider body, which is this gray bit that you have to follow, and then you see this big ring show up as well. And then the, oh, what? Okay, I'm not qualified to talk about slider aim apparently. That's interesting. This big ring shows up when you're playing the slider body. And then the third part of the slider is the slider end, it's called, which is basically the last tick of the slider where you hear the hit sound usually. And yeah, those are the three parts of sliders. And you also see what's called slider ticks, which are these little white circles. And those are basically the slider's way of checking that you're still on them. So whenever a slider tick comes, the game is like, okay, is the player still holding onto the slider? And if not, then you will get a combo break. And if you are holding it still, then you'll get +1 combo. So in those slow sliders you saw, I was gradually gaining 1 combo, and that is what that was from. And reverse arrows also are basically effectively the same as slider ticks. So the difference is that they also send the slider backwards. So let's see. So for slider aim in particular, so a couple more things from Osu PhD. So the slider start circle is the most precise part to hit because that is that. Okay, so like the rest of the slider has like the follow circle, the slider follow circle, but the slider head you actually have to click precisely, whereas the rest of the slider you can sort of just be in the general range of the slider. And so on the topic of the slider head being the most the most precise part that you need to hit, it's really important to make sure that you read the slider head correctly and you don't get baited by like the shape of the entire slider. I think a very common mistake that people make when reading sliders is there's a difference between aiming to the slider head, which is the part that you're supposed to click on, and aiming to the slider. Like aiming to the entire slider, like seeing the slider as one big thing and you're like, all right, just gotta put my cursor on the slider and click. Because if you put your cursor on the slider body, anywhere on the slider body, and you click there, then you are actually gonna miss the slider. Well, okay, you're gonna break your combo, right? You're gonna miss the slider head, and that is no good news. And that is honestly really common, especially on like really tricky slider maps, where you're like, oh, big slider, just gotta click on it, and then yeah, and then it's just doomed. So so this map has some like, okay, I don't know where they are anymore, but these like square alternating patterns, and then like the fourth one is a slider. If you see like if you like read the slider itself as like a part of the pattern that you need to aim or like process, then it becomes a lot more overwhelming to read that pattern. And I think if you have any concept of what's called chunking, which I've talked about a lot, but that is basically just breaking down patterns into simpler and more digestible sections. So basically, if you see the big, like, complex slider and try to process it along with the rest of the pattern, then you are probably going to struggle and probably end up messing up your reading at some point. So the secret is to read it as a start circle, especially if read it as like just the hit circle, especially if the pattern, the slider in the pattern is very, very short. A very short slider, like those square ones earlier that apparently are not in the map anymore. So I'm trying to show where they are, but oh my god, this map goes so hard. So, okay, a couple more things. So, let me think. I'm trying to demonstrate that, like, I think, okay, just watching my cursor throughout this map, you can probably see, like, the extent to which I sometimes don't exactly follow the precise shape of the slider. Like, okay, these wave sliders, for example, you really can just move your cursor in a straight line. And you also don't need to, like, follow all the way to the end of the slider. Usually, like, by the end of the slider, you can just start moving on to the next note. I'm trying to find an example. I think this map's pretty much over, but I think if you slow down this map and sort of watch it again, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about, where I'm not necessarily going to the end of every slider, and honestly, I'm pretty sure no one does. If you really are doing that, then either you're just trying to flex your slider aim skills, which is perfectly fine, by the way, but either that or you're doing auto method, which you guys should totally check out the auto method video if you have not seen that before. But yes, I do think that being able to follow through an entire slider, especially very fast ones, is really, really important. Oh, okay, that slider, for example, you can see, like, there was like a little, like, angle at the bottom, and I did not play all the way through. I sort of just curved my cursor like this. But yes, anyway, so a couple other maps picked out. So this next one, banger, by the way, let's go. But this map is characterized, so this map has a lot of kick sliders, it's called. It's basically consecutive sliders or slider jumps that play very similarly to, like, actual circles. Like, if you replaced the sliders, like the slider head, with just a circle, then it pretty much plays the same. But obviously there is a slider component. I think the main difference is that you do have to hold your cursor there for a little bit longer, or hold down the key for a little longer, but not really, to be honest. Like, right now, I'm kind of tapping just as if they were actual circles. But, okay, one thing also is that it's helpful to just alternate these kinds of patterns, or these sliders, because I think naturally when you alternate, especially on jumps or like 1-2 rhythm, which, by the way, if you don't know what 1-2 rhythm means, check out my episode on rhythm sense. That episode is actually very, very good watch, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, you want to hold the key down a little longer, and I think alternating just kind of does that for you naturally. So yeah, aside from that, I think not getting baited by the entire slider shape, especially on, like, sort of zigzag, what's it? Not zigzag necessarily, but just, I guess, kick slider jumps in general is, like, I think the best way to read them. Reading sliders comes down to the idea of just, like, simplifying what you're seeing on the screen and chunking it. Like, these circles could all be kick sliders, for example, and I would probably be playing them the same exact way. So, oh, okay. Okay, I don't have a sample map of this in this episode, but, like, really fast repeat sliders. Oh my god, okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. That, like, there's, like, okay, not really fast repeat sliders, but, like, really long ones that, like, they're too fast for you to actually move your cursor. Like, pretend that these, like, buzz sliders, basically, the ones that are repeating really fast, pretend those are, like, super spaced. Typically, if a map has a pattern like that, then there's, like, one little spot in the slider that you can actually keep your cursor, like, in the exact middle, and you just have to get there really, really quickly. Oh, I know a map. I can show you guys for that. Okay, I'll show you after this map. I don't know if I have it downloaded though, but I will show you. And yeah, these slow sections, I don't know, should be pretty self-explanatory. Okay, one thing is, I think even though you, like, technically, like, if you watch my cursor right now, you can just sort of keep your cursor, like, completely still on these sliders. I don't think you should develop that habit though, even though obviously you don't need to follow these sliders, but just having a habit of like following sliders all the way through, or at least like enough, you know, and I feel like quote unquote enough should be sort of easy to understand, but you don't want to develop a habit of like being super lazy with sliders, like aiming sliders, because then if you get to like actually tricky sliders that require like crazy aim, then that is, I don't know, bad. So something bad will happen if you have a habit like that. But let's see. Oh, Binger, by the way, I'll play that at the end of the episode, but let's see. Let's see if I have this downloaded. Oh, I do not. Okay, yeah, this comic. Oh, wait, what? I pressed F5 and that is next track apparently. I know I have that habit from stable, but on laser, you can just, the map just automatically imports here. Is it this diff? Wait, let me check the editor. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay. Wait, what is it? Shit. I don't know which diff it is actually, now that I think about it. Okay, let's just look at all of these and just dissect how to aim them. This map is insane, by the way, for slider aim practice. Okay, no, this one's actually not that bad. Okay, details. It's probably this one, because slider aim. This map, by the way, like, originally, like, hardcore abused the star rating system, because, like, the star rating system used to not calculate slider aim difficulty at all. And so you'd get these really, really complex slider aim maps. I don't know where it is. Okay, shoot. Yeah, I really want to find this diff. It's a wowie map, man. Please, those wowie maps. Okay, I actually have no idea which one it is. It's gotta be Skystars. It's Skystars for sure. Oh, wait, shit. Wait, where is it? What? Okay, you guys know which one I'm talking about though. Oh, okay, I can talk about these kinds of sliders. So this slider, for example, there's no test button in the editor, I'm pretty sure. Okay, but wait, is there a file? Oh, shoot. No, okay, I'll just talk about it. Okay, so this slider, for example, there's actually no slider ticks. Technically, the slider tick is the reverse arrow. So if you want to sort of cheese this slider, okay, so for one, you really don't need to move your cursor all the way to this top corner. Like, you can actually leave the slider ball for a little bit, and then as long as, okay, so basically all you need to do is have your cursor on the reverse arrow. So honestly, if you just draw a straight line from like here, actually, here, let me just like, here, let me make a practice diff. Let's go. Okay, delete. Okay, Control S. Wait, what? Save. Okay, let's go. Okay, let me show you this slider. Okay, hopefully this works in Ocelot. I'm pretty sure it does. Oh, wait, that literally didn't work. What? I just want to play. Okay, that's disappointing. Ocelot, hello? Wait. Huh? Where's my slider? Oh my god, that's disappointing. Okay, well, my point is that you could... Wait, I didn't even know this slider was anymore. Wait. Oh, shit. Okay, I know what happened. Okay, so all this stuff got deleted. I want to delete the entire map. Oh, okay. Delete. Okay, let's go. This is my first time making a practice difficulty on Ocelot. Okay, pretty sure we're good now. I think we're good. I want to play this slider. Okay, yeah, let's go. Okay, watch this slider. Oh, let's go. Wait, I don't even know if I hit it properly though. But basically, you do not need to play. This is like, okay. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? If you've ever played like Super Monkey Ball, you know those like level skips or like stunts that you just kind of just like skip the entire level. It's like this really creative like movement. It basically is like any platforming game where you just have like really precise sort of movement that sort of skips the entire level, like the intended level. But hopefully, oh, okay, yeah. This is just sort of trying to emphasize like how exactly slider aim works. But okay. Actually, this map actually makes use of it because like these circle sliders that you actually just okay, this map's actually sort of designed to cheese slider aim. Because like, look at these sliders, it's insane. Oh, but notice, so you'll hear the hit sound for the reverse arrows, but you won't hear the hit sound for the slider end. And like, if I just play this section again, and that's because the checkpoint for the slider end is different from the checkpoint for slider ticks / reverse arrows. Like, you actually want to be a little before the slider. Oh shoot! You want to be a little before the slider end to actually like hit it properly or cheese it properly. Like, so notice there's no hit sound, but oh shoot! Wait, where's it ending? Oh shoot! Wait, I didn't even know where they're ending. Oh wait, okay, that's ending in the same. Oh wait, I literally can't even do it right because I don't know where the sliders are ending. But okay, hopefully you sort of see what I mean. You need to be like, oh my god, you need to be a little before the slider end in order to cheese it properly. And actually, let me. Oh wait, shoot. No, okay. So okay, let me just show you in the editor. So wait, where is it? Okay, yeah. So here. Okay, so these sliders. If you just leave your cursor kind of like not exactly on the start circle, but like kind of a little above it, then you will actually, so you'll be close enough to the reverse arrow to hit it. You'll also be close enough, or like far enough from the slider end to also hit it. So I think on Ocelot Laser, it feels a little finicky for some reason, but I'm pretty sure it still works, where you leave your cursor kind of in the middle there. But yeah, hopefully that sort of explains slider aim for the most part. That is largely, I think, all the. Let's see. There's actually one more map. Okay, this map. By the way, this map's wholesome. I'm gonna play it next episode though. Probably. I did mention I was gonna play this episode, but I do want to show you. Oh, what is it called? Okay, Mirror, Camellia, Jellyfish. This is how I remember maps sometimes. Everything except the title. Do I already have it downloaded? What did I show already downloaded? Mirror, Camellia, Jellyfish. What? Where is it? Wait, is it not? Jellyfish? Wait, Mirror, Camellia. Oh no. Please show me this map. You guys know exactly what map I'm talking about. Oh my god, but there's infinite of these maps. Is it not Camellia? Wait, Mirror, Jellyfish. Oh, it's PSYQUI. Oh wait. Okay, not Camellia. My brain associates Mirror with Camellia. Okay. Yeah, okay. This map is such a good demonstration. And this map I showed in OCPHD as well. There's some sample gameplay in the background. But, alright, let's see. This map is insane. Okay, anyway. So this is actually really... If you want to practice, like, following sliders, but, like... like not following the entire slider body, then this map's actually really good for that. So, okay, this map, in the KI sections, there's like no slider ticks, but like the sliders are like, okay, you'll see. But, okay, another thing, so I know some people for slider aim, or when they're tapping sliders, they hold down like the key, or I guess, okay, on the topic of like when you should let go of your key for sliders, honestly it's something that like I like don't even notice when exactly I let go of sliders. It's just sort of like at some point after the slider ends. You don't need to be accurate with it. Okay, actually somewhat related, but on Ocelot, there's actually timing for when you let go of sliders, like hold nodes. And I did not know that for the longest time. So I was like, why am I like not getting 300s on any of these? So confused. But yeah, okay, look at this map. Look at this. So yeah, just to show a very cool demonstration of slider aim and how you do not need to actually follow through the entire sliders. And just understanding how this works is really valuable for like reading sliders as well, because sometimes if you're like, oh my god, just big complex slider, I have to put my cursor through all of that, then it can actually be really tricky to or I don't know, overwhelming to read, and you'll sort of sometimes get thrown off. Sometimes like when you read a pattern and it's like so complex that your brain kind of shuts off, and you end up like your brain does a 360 with reading it, and you end up not reading it at all because it's so complicated. You're like, oh no, brain turns off. I mean, basically what's happening there is like, it feels so complicated that your brain's like, yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Okay, these patterns like, patterns like those, you really can just leave your cursor without moving. Pretty sure, I don't know if anyone would actually follow those sliders, but yeah. Actually though, if you do, then, you know, props to you, because it looks cool in the replay. Sometimes, I don't know, if your cursor movement's clean enough, then it looks cool, but yeah, maybe I'm biased. Personally, I think like just following sliders all the way anyway, like even though you really don't need to. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, like, I feel like sliders like these, like maps like these, they give you a lot of creative freedom for how you move your cursor through them, like through the sliders. Like if you want to follow through the entire slider, like maps like these, okay, actually maps like these are actually personality tests, I feel like. It's like those things, it's like, do you dot your I's, or like the way you write your like I's or T's or something is like, says, like, it's like, I don't know, it's something about your personality. Like, aiming sliders is very similar. Some people, yeah, I do know some people definitely like struggle, I think, to actually move their cursor through sliders like at all. Like on very fast long sliders, it can be very tricky for them to like move through sliders at all, and they'll end up dropping a lot of slider ends. So while I am teaching you how to cheese sliders, I'm teaching you, I don't know, I gotta teach you the rules to know how to break them basically, and this is just like sort of demonstration of how you can break the rules of slider aiming. But ultimately you do need to be comfortable with like moving your cursor through entire sliders. And I guess the secret for that is, so on really fast sliders, focus a lot on the slider head first and foremost, and then just kind of shoot your cursor like really fast, and hopefully you like make it to like that checkpoint of the slider end, which is like just before the slider end, but not the actual location of the slider end, but just a little before it. Then I don't know, just there aren't too many maps like this, but yeah, that's just the strategy for hitting 300s on like really crazy. Like sometimes there's like cross screen, like basically like almost instant speed sliders that have no slider ticks. So all you want to do is hit the start circle and then come back to the slider just before it ends, and congratulations, you got a 300, let's go. But yeah, hopefully that gives a decent, I don't know, sort of discussion on slider aim and how it works, how you can use how it works to your advantage, and all things related to that. But yes, thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the episode. Those of you watching in the future, please check out my channel, watch my future videos. Yes, pretty please. I upload every single day, so many more videos like this one for you to explore. But yeah, with that, if you have suggestions for future topics, please do leave them in the comment section, because I do read all the comments on these videos. And check out my Twitch live streams. I stream every single day. We'd be very happy to have all of you stop by, hang out with me. But yes, with that, see you guys next time.